Let's see determinants of demand. So the first point is price and the second is income. Price determines the demand for a commodity to a large extent. So whenever we are going to buy anything, the dress or phone or bag, anything, we see the price of that product. After that only we start to bargain with the buyer. First thing is we see the product whether it is attracting or not. After that we come to the price. It's the only factor which going to determine you're going to buy the product or not buy the product. Consumer prefer to purchase a product in large quantities when price of product is less. So if the price is less, then you will be buying two or three or more than that. And they purchase a product in small quantity when price of a product is high. So if the price of that product is increasing, for example, if one kurta is for 600, then I will be buying only one. If the price of that one kurta is 200, then in that case I will be buying more than 1, 3 or 4. So 200, so I can buy 4 kurta. The second is depending upon my income. Income of consumer decide purchasing power, which in turn influence the demand for the product. So if my income is good, if I have the package of 1 lakh per month or 2 lakh, then I can buy anything at that cost. I will go for good quality product, or I can afford to buy the product because I am earning so much. Rise in income will lead to rise in demand for the commodity, and fall in income, if my income has been deducted or there is no rise in my income, then I will not demand for that commodity which cannot be which I am not affordable to buy that product, or I don't have that much money to buy that product. So one is the price and the second is my income. Third is price of substitute goods. So I told in the law of demand also the coffee and tea. Now I can take the example of Coca-Cola and Pepsi. If the price of Coke is increasing, I will tend to buy Pepsi because the Pepsi price is remaining the constant. Because the increase in price of one commodity, there is the increase in demand for the another commodity. If a substitute good is available at lower price, then people will demand cheaper substitute goods than costly goods. So if the Coke price is 50 or 60 rupees, then I will tend to buy the cheaper one, the Pepsi, which is for 30 rupees, 35 rupees. For example, if the price of sugar rises, then demand for jaggery will rise. So the increase in price of sugar, because of that, people will tend to buy jaggery because the jaggery is getting at the less cost. Price of complementary goods. Change in the price of one commodity would also affect the demand for other commodity. So they have taken the example of car and fuel. If the price of fuel rises, the demand for car will fall. If the price of petrol or diesel is going to increase the demand, the people will not buy car because they cannot afford to pay the pay the price of the fuel to fill the tank. So they think that I will better go in public transport. Fifth is nature of product. If a commodity is necessity and its use is unavoidable, then demand for the demand will continue to be the same irrespective of the corresponding price. So whether there is an increase in the price, necessity means which you cannot avoid. That is, one is milk and one is the medicine. So medicine to control blood pressure, which is you have to take that medicine, otherwise your living will be affected. You cannot live with that. Blood pressure is like you will be feeling dizziness. You have to take that tablet. Without that you cannot survive. Without eating one meal a day you cannot survive. So it's like that way. The necessity thing, if the price is going to increase, then also you have to buy that thing only because it's your need. Then only you can survive in this earth. Sixth is size of population. Larger the size of population, greater will be the demand for the product. Yes, if the population is more, then the demand for that product will be increasing. And smaller the size of population, smaller will be the demand for the product. It's like that way in a locality where there is only 5 families, so the bread needed for that 5 families may be maximum up to 20 or 20 breads. If in that 5 families, if I am going to buy 30 or 60 bread, then it will be of no use because they are going to consume only 20 bread only. So remaining 30 or 20 is an loss for me. So where there is higher population, more population in that area, the demand for that product will be increasing. Seventh is acceptation about future price. So if the consumer accept that price is going to increase or decrease, then according to that the demand for the product will also change. If they are going to assume in future the demand for the product is going to decrease, the people will not buy the product now. The demand for that product in the present will be decreasing. We will buy less in the present at prevailing price. Similarly, if we accept the price to rise in future, we will buy more in the present at prevailing price. So if we think the price fall in future, we will buy less because anyways it's going to fall. Then why should I buy more and keep in my house? I will buy less. If I think the product is going to increase in the future, I will buy more and keep it in my house. It is advertisement. Advertisement, sales promotion scheme, and effective salesmanship tend to change the preference of the consumer and lead to demand for the product. For example, cosmetic toothbrush. So seeing the advertisement in the TV or in your phone, sometimes you get attracted to that advertisement and you may buy that product. So whether there is an promotion scheme or gift voucher scheme, or the price is going to decrease if you buy now, seeing the ad, if you're going to buy this product or if you're going to order, you will get some discount. Then it will be increasing. For example, it is more likely to cosmetics, which it's like makeup kits, that way, and toothbrush. So seeing the advertisement, the demand for the product may be increase or decrease. So ninth is you have to write only 8 points in exam. These 2 points are extra. If you want, you can write it. Otherwise, no need. Ninth is taste, habits, and fashion. Taste and habits of consumer influence the demand for the product. If the product is good in taste and the consumer has habit of consuming every day, and the consumer fashion is relatable to that product, then he will be buying that product. If consumer like to eat chocolate or consume tea, he will demand more of them. Similarly, when a fashion it's new fashion it's the market, the consumer demand that particular type of commodity. If a commodity goes out of fashion, then suddenly the demand for that product tends to fall. So now when there was more demand for Frankie, in recent times I saw that people are now more addicted to momos than Frankie. So anyway, if you see, the momo stall is more than Frankie. After consuming momos, again they return to the Frankie. So sometimes old out of new, new out of old. It's like that way. Then this level of taxation. Higher rate of tax on goods or service would increase the price of the goods or services. So if the tax is increasing, the demand, the prices of goods and service will also be increasing. In turn, would result in decrease in demand for goods or service and vice versa. And other factors like climate condition, change in technology, government policy, customs and tradition also affect. If the climatic changes, there is a very heavy rainfall, then the people have to shut their shops. That time the demand may be decreasing, they may be losing their profits. The change in technology, due to upgradation in technology, now we are not using the button phone of Nokia. We are now came up with new touch screen, so we are now used to that. We are not going to buy that button phone. So it's an outdated. And the third is government policy. According to the rules and regulation, tax rates, and consumption level, people will demand the product. Custom and tradition. According to one's tradition, culture, they will be buying the product, whether it may be a clothes, shoes, cosmetics, anything. According to that tradition, they will be buying Western culture or Indian culture, which is suitable for them. They will be buying that product. Climatic condition, our climatic condition is going to affect, if it is a summer season, people will tend to buy more cold drinks, more ice cream. The demand will be increasing for that product. If it's an winter season or monsoon season, the demand for tea, coffee will be increasing, and the demand for the ice cream will be decreasing, because at monsoon season people get sick very fast. Because of that, they tend to buy hot things rather than cool things. So these are the determinants of demand. It's very similar to law of demand. Once you understand, you can write it. There is no need to write as it is. You can write from your own words also. Just understand the concept. Thank you.